Hangout on Air is live.
Unfortunately, we don't have anyone in there to make sure to let us know when they see us.
I've got it over here.
Oh, good. Okay. I know when we start.
Yep. As soon as I see video, I'll let you know. Let's see. Something's going on.
Be the theme of the evening. Did I? That's why we can't have nice things.
Right? Something work. Come on.
Actually, I'm why we can't have nice things. Back to my novella.
Oh, there we go. I see video and stuff. All right. Yeah, we're good. Whenever you want to.
Document?
Yeah, whenever you want to start this monkey show.
Okay. AIE Podcast going live in 3, 2, 1, now. On this episode of the AIE Podcast.
World of Warcraft patch 6.2 is coming soon.
But Final Fantasy is releasing an expansion.
And Knights of the Fallen Empires, the Sacrifice trailer has been released.
Wait. Guild Wars 2 is releasing an update?
We have Jedi here to talk to us about Guild Wars 2, Guildie of the Month, and other miscellaneous topics.
All that and more coming up right now.
Bringing you the latest news from the AIE gaming community from planet Earth and beyond. This is the AIE Podcast.
Good evening and welcome to episode 235 of the podcast celebrating the Alia Acta Est gaming community. The Die Has Been podcast. And a very special happy Father's Day to all the great dads out there in AIE. This is Makala, and to my right, cleaning up whatever mess I happen to make up this week in the Guild Kitchen, is Tetsemi.
Oh, we're podcasting? I was playing Fallout Shelter. Sorry. Hi.
Yeah, good job. We set a looter off to soak in a mud bath, and she loves to dig in the dirt. So she won't be joining us this week, but who we do have is our very special guest Jedi, who's here to talk to us about AIE and a whole host of things, including Minecraft, Guild Wars 2, and about the wonderful Guildie of the Month program. Welcome, Jedi. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Great.
Hey, so what have you been up to in or out of game?
Well, I haven't been playing much of anything because I've been busy. We're packing because we're moving in a couple of weeks. We bought a house.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
Thanks.
Yep, congrats.
But when I've been trying to play my daily Heroes of the Storm, which I'm terrible at, and Hearthstone.
Got it.
Sounds familiar.
Right?
Yeah. I've been woken up a few times by the woohoos of Heroes of the Storm from downstairs. So, Tet, besides waking me up with the woohoos from Hero of the Storm, what have you been up to in game?
Pretty much that. We did our rating, and we got 3 bosses. No, we didn't get 3 bosses down. We went to High Mall to create a lockout for next week when they nerf everything in High Mall and Blackrock Foundry, and we're going to save that lockout and kill Imperator because, as Ben likes to say, they're like Pokemon. You got to collect them all. We got to kill them all, even if it's not in season, as it were. So we're planning to do that. Patch 6.2 comes out. I've got everything ready to go for flying except the reputation quests, or the reputation grinds, which hopefully aren't supposed to be that much of a grind. I think they said like 2 to 3 weeks, and if you're doing the dailies, you'll unlock the reputation for each. Playing out Fallout Shelter on the iOS that came out after E3 from Bethesda. It's a fun game. And Heroes of the Storm, learning how to play different classes. Surprisingly, not a tank. Surprisingly.
Wow, that's weird.
I know,
Sorry
right?
about the tank.
Mind blown.
And then I also picked up on Steam because it was on sale, Pillars of Eternity, and I'm working through that.
And that would explain the post in our D&D group's Facebook page saying, hey guys, come pick up this game.
Yeah, it's a very good game, especially if you're into role-playing. It was done by Obsidian Studios, and it's really
Awesome.
What have you been up to, McCullough?
Well, as you mentioned, we did Raid Thursday, and I wasn't stuck in the kitchen. I didn't have anything to do. I didn't have any craft projects, so I actually raided, and it was fun. We did a little content, so I didn't have to worry quite as much about, being the least talented warlock there. But then again, when you raid with Amy, Jade, and Ro, and Arsalan brings in his warlock, yeah, I'm always going to be underclassed with that group. Let's see. We started, in other geek news, we started our 5e D&D campaign. And as you mentioned, you're not playing a tank in Heroes, and I'm playing a combination of the two classes that I don't play. I don't play clerics, I don't play fighters, and I'm playing a war priest. A neutral good war priest with absolutely no emotional baggage, and it's weird. Anyways, and it's not right. I did, and then we also finished up a Deadlands campaign that we were playing, and we saved the world, made some enemies. That was a good time.
That was a fun game.
Very much so.
I like the Deadlands system for combat and skills and other things because, it involves poker hands and cards and dice. So, it hits all the spots.
Unless you pull a black joker, and then it all goes to heck and back. See, I didn't cuss this time, so Tet didn't think he had to edit it. All right, well, we're going to be chatting with Jedi about pretty much everything in just a few minutes. But first, why don't we go ahead and cover this week's news?
AIE News.
All right, and as we mentioned in the intro, patch 6.2, Fury of Hellfire, drops Tuesday, June 23rd, bringing with it new garrison missions in the form of a shipyard. You basically have to go out of your town hall where your current mission table is, run down the hill to where you guys crash landed, and that's where you'll set up your port after doing an intro quest in the Iron Docks. You also have new upgradable gear from crafting, level 5 and 6, which requires a new reagent that you only get in Tanan Jungle. You'll get purchasable gear with Apexis crystals, continuation of the legendary Ring story and quest line, a new Tanan Jungle zone, new raid Hellfire Citadel, as well as time walking weekends and a ton more. We have both Wowhead's write-up and Blizzard's write-up linked in the show notes. They have the raid schedule for LFR, normal, heroic, and mythic, so you can plan how long you're going to be stuck at the computer. Enjoying the game at the computer. Also, with the release of patch 6.2, any characters who haven't logged into the game since December 7th, 2010, yes, that's 4.5 years ago, will have their 4.5 years ago, will have their name freed up and available to anyone using the paid name change service. Easy for me to say. So be sure to log in any tunes that you want to save the name on that you haven't logged in since December 7th, 2010.
A day that will live in infamy. Anyways, Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward expansion is dropping on June 23rd. Wait, that's right around the same time that the WoW patch is dropping. That's quite an experience. Coincidence there, Blizzard. Don't forget to do your benchmarking and see some of the great things coming in the expansion. There is full information on the FinalFantasy.com website. We have links in the show notes, also on the forums. And also, with that drop, and we're going to have Abel here to give us all the details next week, but we have new jobs including Dark Knight. Yes, I'm Batman. New races, the Rayin and the Xalia. New areas, which is Ishgard, Dravenia. Wow, I said myself the hardest stuff to say. And Abalathia.
Sure.
New primals and Beastman. The Vanu and the Ganath. And the Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms born of, the relic of the eye. Sorry, not going to try to pronounce that one. I guess it's Midgossamar, maybe. The relic known as the, eye buried beneath the vaults of Ishgard.
And in Star Trek Online, the Time in a Bottle episode is now live, and this week's reward is the Chronotron Split Beam Rifle. You also get a featured weekly episode reward box the first time you complete this on any character on your account. You can either get an enhanced Universal Tech upgrade or Captain Specialization points. All rewards are bound to account and may be traded between your characters.
I'll be right back. I need to text my boss and let her know that evidently I'm not going to be coming into work on June 23rd because guess what? Guild Wars 2 is also releasing an update that day. That must be a trend. Jenna's going to give us all the information on that, or quite a bit of the information. There's a lot of details. None of it? Oh, good. Okay. We do have links to the show notes to the Guild Wars 2 website. It's available right now for pre-purchase, clearly. But yeah, that is coming. Crazy month to be a gamer.
Yep. And in Star Wars news, announcing Night of the Fallen Empire. Note, not June 23rd. It's October 27th. Someone apparently didn't get the memo. This expansion raises the level cap to 65, includes the option to create level 60 characters. You can start fresh in Knights of the Fallen Empire and jump right into the new story content. They're delivering this story content in a new way never done in Star Wars The Old Republic, via chapters. The first 9 chapters will be available at launch on October 27th, with new chapters delivered regularly following that date. With the launch of Knights of the Fallen Empire, all original 8-class stories will be enhanced, allowing for faster and more engaging playthrough for new and veteran players. Additionally, many of our existing flashpoints and operations are being scaled to 60+, giving you many more Elder game options at level 65.
All right, so let's get out the gist of it in the game news going on in and around games AIE plays. So, Jedi, let's get back with you and find out what's going on with Guildie of the Month, Minecraft, and a lot of great things going on with AIE.
Yay!
Yes!
So, we've been doing the new Guildie of the Month program for about 6 months, give or take. I don't have a list handy of all the people that have gotten it, but I do know that 2 officers have gotten it. So, and it's something we kind of want to go away from. So what we're going to do starting next month, because I didn't brought it up to the council a couple days ago, which means doing it this month is out of the question. So sometime next month, I'm going to be hitting up the officers, and we're going to be doing an officer spotlight.
Oh,
so every officer, there's about 50 to 70 of us. So we're going to, I'm just going to go off the spreadsheet.
Okay.
Yeah, basically the same thing. We're just going to, we're not going to like vote and do the whole thing like we do with Guildie of the Month. We're not going to nominate them. I'm just going to use the spreadsheet that the game directors are going to update.
Random
they did update, that they're going to keep updated. Yeah. And basically, cool. I'm just gonna randomly pick somebody. It could be you, McCullough. It could be Tatsumi. It won't be me, because I'm doing it.
You should probably be the first one, though. What if one of us interviewed you?
No, I get to skate out of it because I'm doing it, right? I think that's how it works. So I'm just gonna pick somebody randomly. Obviously, Cyrene and Cav, because they we're in the actual Guildie of the Month. They'll get skipped over. They don't get to do it twice.
Nah, that makes sense.
So that's the thing. So the other thing with Guildie of the Month is that we're doing it, and the whole program works on nominations from you guys, everybody in the guild. So far, I've gotten 1 email to the TOTM@AIE-guild.org. So far, just 1 from Cyrene, so that really doesn't count.
Right.
Because she could have just put her nomination in on the officer form. So I'm looking at you guys, all of you guys, this whole guild and everybody listening to this podcast today and everybody who's listening to it after the fact, if you see somebody who's doing something great, out of the ordinary, doing something, just being a good person in AIE, send an email. I know there's a thread on the forums that says, it's like, thank a guildie.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of using that thread, send an email to me. Then I can have names.
Right.
Or both. Do them both.
Right.
Because I only go to a couple threads on the forum, so I don't, and just give me a little description of what they did and why you think they should be Guildie of the Month, and, just send emails in, because that's what this program thrives off of. I need nominations.
And I think a lot of people might not realize that Guildie of the Month is one of those things that AIE has been doing off and on for a very long time. I've been in AIE for about 5 years now, and I know some of the earliest podcasts that I listened to of the AIE Podcast, they had interviews with Guildies of the Month. There's always write-ups, things like that. And I think sometimes we kind of focus so much on things that might annoy us that we don't really focus on, hey, this person was awesome, or they are always awesome, and we kind of take that for granted. So it is a really cool way just to recognize the people of AIE being
That's what we're trying to do.
as fabulous as we are, as they are.
We just want to recognize the good. I mean, that's why everybody loves AIE, because it's full of good people. So let's recognize the good people. And if you guys see, I mean, I'm only one person. All the officers can't see everybody. So, if you guys are out there seeing people doing awesome things, say, nominate. It's great. It works.
Yeah. Let us know. Let us know, definitely.
Yeah, because what we have right now is a lot of officer nominated ones. So you just see the people that the officers play with, and I'd like to see more. I'd like to see the whole guild.
Definitely. And the great thing about Guildie of the Month is it's not just exclusive to our biggest games. In fact, if anyone's ever looked at the past Guildies of the Month, most of them aren't, in WoW or Star Wars or the games where we have a larger presence. We really want to make sure that the entire guild itself is seen, not just where the most people are.
I'm looking at you guys, Secret World and
yeah.
Hobbits,
we want to see you guys in here, yeah. We have a great loyal crew in Star Trek, Hello Sybil. We want to see that stuff.
Yes. That's pretty much it for Guildie of the Month, basically. That's basically the only reason I really wanted to come on here, is just to pimp Guildie of the Month.
Awesome.
Okay, but there are other things going on, right? So we have a Minecraft server now. The Frog Pants community has always had 2 Minecraft servers. They've had like a modded one and then the Final Score server. Mm-hmm. So we decided we would also have our own Minecraft server. So we, Stig, myself, Lotwick, have kind of, and a few other people, we all kind of put our brains together and we put together this awesome mod pack, the AIE Nomads mod pack, which can be downloaded from Curse on the Curse voice client, which is new and kind of weird, but it's a thing. So it's basically the whole idea. It's just really technology focused. There's not a lot of magic in it at all, and you can see if you come join our server, the information is on the wiki, but it's really easy. The webpage, it's minecraft.aie. or guild.org, so really can't get easier than that. That will, it is a whitelisted server, so you have to, I forget what the email address is, but
I'm sure it's up on the forums, isn't it?
I'm sure it is. I bet it's
on the Nomad section. It's on the, should be on the Imperium Ludi under the Nomads, I believe.
Yeah, yep. I'm pretty sure it's like whitelist. Yeah, AIE.guild. Don't quote me on that. It could be.
Now, question for you, because I know our daughter's obsessed with Minecraft. Ted is as well. Sometimes when they play together. But do you have to really worry about age restrictions on things like a Minecraft server? Is it all ages, like most of the AIE stuff, or what's going on with that piece of it?
It should be all ages. A a lot of guys that are playing right now are the Eve guys. I don't want to say that
Okay.
Eve is, how the Eve guys are.
Well, it's more of AIE After Dark.
Yeah, but it is supposed to be. I think Stig has his daughter playing, or
Oh, awesome.
was going to set his daughter up for that. I don't remember if he did or not. So
we try to keep it within our normal guidelines if we can.
Yeah, it should be. We're not. We're not actively going out and policing everybody because everybody's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And everybody's. I don't get on the Mumble a lot, but everybody's on the Mumble server building. But the server's really cool. Stig has this flying pig that I stole the other day and parked it in his base.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. I did that, Stig.
Secrets out. Beware the robot's revenge.
Yes. What else? Well, that's pretty much Minecraft. So I started playing Guild Wars 2. Okay. To Claw, who was a Final Fantasy officer and a WildStar officer, he said, "Oh, hey, I'm playing Guild Wars 2." So I downloaded it, and I wanted to see how it ran on my computer because I just got a 980, and it wouldn't run on the laptop that I'm on right now for whatever reason. It hated it. So, and I just started playing it, and I was like, wow, I really love this game. So, Guild Wars 2. Now is a great time to get into Guild Wars 2. If you have not purchased Guild Wars 2 yet, if you buy the expansion, Heart of Thorns, it comes with Guild Wars 2. So it's not like Warcraft where you have to buy the base game
expansion.
And TBC and Wrath of the Lich King. You don't have to buy all that stuff. You just have to buy the one expansion, and it comes with the base game, which is really cool. I mean, there's a big stink about it on the forums, of course, because why are you charging me full price for the game and the expansion? Just give me the expansion. I have the game. I really don't care. I pre-ordered it. I love it. I mean, the game's I don't even have a release date.
Gorgeous.
Oh yeah, I love the art style, like the map, and I don't know, something about Guild Wars 2. I just got back into it, and I don't know why I got out of it, to be honest, because it's really good.
Time.
But yeah, maybe. But they're changing in the expansion. They're adding a new class, which is going to be like a heavy armor magic user, I guess. I don't really know exactly, but it's going to. They're going to have it. I think it's like a reverent or something. That's what they're calling it. But it's the new expansion. New zones are going to be like 3 tiers high. It's going to have it's going to be in a jungle, so you're going to have like the top of the jungle, where the roots are, and kind of like in the middle in the trees. So it's going to have each map is going to have like layers you have to go explore, which is going to be really cool. And they're changing the way you get the legendaries. Right now, it's very expensive and or very random to get the precursor item that's part of the legendary crafting thing. And now it's going to be a quest that you do, and then you're going to have to themed. If it's like a Norn themed one, the example they gave in the post I read, that you'll have to go around and party with the various leaders of the world and stuff like that. So
very cool.
So that's actually looking forward to that. There is a big balance update that they're rebalancing all the classes, and that is coming out on the 23rd.
Very popular day.
Since I've only been playing for a couple weeks now, I really don't have I don't know, the first time you pick up Guild Wars 2 after not playing it for a year is what is going on? What is all this junk in my inventory? How do I play this game again? Because it doesn't play like Warcraft.
Right.
So the first couple days you're just overwhelmed trying to figure out, okay, now what do I play? How do I play this? And I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of getting to it. I'm trying to get into the PvP again and figuring out how to play the game. And it's like, well, these class changes are coming at a great time for me because I'm not gonna. It's not like I'm gonna see it. I don't remember what it was supposed to be like. I've got an idea what it plays like right now, kind of, barely.
So you're not feeling nerfed,
game.
Right?
No, I'm not gonna feel nerfed or buffed. I'll be indifferent the whole process. I'm sure somebody will be up in arms about it.
Yeah.
It's always bad.
Exactly. Someone's always going to be, well, this happened to me, and sometimes it feels like a personal offense, though it's not. demonology warlocks.
Ouch.
Sorry.
Shots fired.
Shots fired at Amy Jade. Well, certainly, that's awesome, though. I mean, what always impresses me about Guild Wars, the art style. So pretty. I just see it over on Tet's machine. I got him that 1 year for not long ago for Christmas, I want to say, and yeah, it's pretty.
It is.
So I'll play with the character creator.
It is.
Terra.
Terra's, I don't know. I have no words. Family friendly.
Yeah, the character creation in Terra alone, you can lose yourself for hours and then go, okay, now what?
I noticed he was playing it when our daughter was at camp and not with her in the room, though.
There's a reason for that.
I could not get into Terra, but Guild Wars is another story. Guild Wars is pretty.
Yeah.
Actually, Guild Wars is the reason why I got it so into WildStar, because
Really?
I kind of wanted WildStar to kind of like. Well, I think one of the reasons because I was doing a lot of dungeons before in Guild Wars, and like it doesn't have that trinity. So when you do a dungeon in Guild Wars, it feels like a cluster. It's like you're. Nobody's tanking, nobody's healing.
Ooh,
It's just like running, like an event with somebody, or just randomly killing something with somebody in WoW. They could be right next to you. It's not really. So I think that's what was putting me off, because we were doing the group I was with was doing a lot of dungeons, and that's what I kind of was expecting out of WildStar. Well, they have tanks and healers and stuff. And I don't know, WildStar just kind of fell out of favor, I guess.
No, unfortunately, a lot of the times as gamers, we want to see what's new, what's pretty, and people will kind of rush to that. It'll be the new hotness, and then the shine wears off, and because a lot of the times games, their base parts are so alike, they're like, okay, well, this is new, this is nice looking, but now I'm going to go back to where I have more of a history, where I am always comfortable playing instead, and then it loses the shine.
Yeah, there's a lot of
lore.
Yeah, there's a lot of I think they call it gamers
remorse.
Not remorse, but
gamer ADD.
No, there's a lot of
gamer ADD.
Yeah.
Gamer ADD. No, there's a lot of built-in. I can't think of the term in physics, but it's basically you have to overcome a significant amount to build momentum to get somebody to move to a new IP, regardless of what game it is. It has to be either significantly different, like moving from, fantasy into a pure science fiction, or something like that, to do it, because otherwise you just tend to fall back into that thing of, well, I have this is just a newer way of doing stuff, but I've got all this back over here with all my history. So it's hard to get, it's hard to get people out of that, I don't want to call it a rut, but out of that comfort zone that they're in to try something new and then stay in that new stuff.
Because you can always go back to WoW.
Exactly.
I feel bad about WoW because I've been super busy like packing and stuff. Like I've raid with Cyrene and them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I have not been well, aside from like right now where I'd be available to go raid.
Right.
Well, I've been missing out on the raiding. I really enjoy the raiding in WoW, and
I'm sure as we get closer to an impending date in August, Miss Sai herself might be a little busy as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she's got to double up. She can do the in-game one and the at the same time, because for Remembrance Day will be good timing.
So that's we'll try to figure out how all of our wedding guests are going to log into Remembrance Day at the wedding.
Free Wi-Fi for everyone.
I think it's a great idea. So anything else you want to throw out there, Jedi?
I need them to nerf the requirements for flying in Warlords of Draenor.
Right? Hence, back to the too busy to play WoW thing. Yeah.
I don't have. I've on all of my level 100s. I have stopped. Like as soon as I hit 100, I stopped in the Grand, and that's it. So
yeah.
Like just like going back to do it. Like it might have like the best storyline ever, but I just like I'm 100 now. I don't have to do it.
Right.
Now I have to do it to fly.
You're right. Right.
Well, it was funny because I know a couple people mentioned, doing all these achievements for flying would be a lot easier if I
you
could
had
fly.
flying.
Yeah.
Right?
The nice thing is, if you have alt-itis where you've played a lot of alts and things like that, all these achievements that count towards flying, not the rep, but the 3 new reps into none, but all the achievements are account-wide. So if you did like one area in Gorgrond with one character and then did another area in Gorgrond, but you get the total achievement, that counts towards the meta for the flying. WoW had put up a nice, and I think we weren't here last week, were we? Or were we?
You weren't. No, honey.
Wowhead has a nice, basically it's a calculator that tells you what you need to complete. Yeah.
I saw it and I looked at it and I said, it looks like there's not a lot of stuff there, but it's like, I have like all never end to do.
Right.
Yeah. I think McCullough has...
way too much to do.
No, I think you've got like 2 of the 8 quest lines left in Nagrand, and that's it to finish Nagrand, and that'll also get you the exploration, because I think that's literally that, and then the pit for the Apexis Daily is all you have.
Oh, and I haven't done the stupid storyline either.
Right.
Oh, the garrison storyline.
I did a few of them to get the Apexis crystals. I needed to get the ring on my druid, and that was it.
Right, and obviously I'm pretty much in the same spot you were, Jedi. Just with hit 100. Okay, well I have all these other things on my plate. Let me go take care of those.
Yeah, and it's interesting because the Apexis crystals, all of them except one, which is the pit, you can get. If you have garrison resources, you can, for 200 garrison resources, you can go get a missive and unlock that quest if it doesn't happen to be on the guy in your town hall that week or that day, and then go do it. So, if you've been logging in like once a week and emptying your garrison cache to where you've got a few, it's not that hard to catch up on the Apexis. But the garrison one, I think you only get 1 a week for that quest line.
Yeah, 1 a week or 1 a day. I don't know. It's not like one after the other, even though I've been sitting on it for 6 months.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, and the thing was, if they had done the garrison storyline, I realized they wanted to make it a weekly thing, but had they done it like they did the 5-1 storyline, where you were getting something every other time you basically ran the quest line, then at least it kept people engaged. But this one was so random, you didn't know which one you were going to get. You didn't know where in your garrison the person was going to show up with it. And heaven forbid your garrison quest or your quest log was full at 25 and you dropped it when the quest giver was out in the wild. I think John lost his quest line for a month and a half. He couldn't find it. He didn't know why he wasn't getting it. And there was a quest giver out in the Grand somewhere off the beaten path that he had to go pick it up again.
Just some random guy out there in the middle of nowhere giving the quest
that the quest breadcrumb would lead you to, but if you drop it once you get out there, you don't remember he's out there.
Right.
I just didn't have enough incentive to go and do it. Apexis crystals? I got my ring. What do we need the crystals for?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, now with the Apexis crystals, if you get 20,000 Apexis crystals, it unlocks a 655 weapon or a 660 weapon, but then for 10,000 more crystals, it upgrades to a 695 item level weapon. So a lot of people have been saving up just, the 30,000 and they're, okay, we're done. I'm going to get one item upgraded and worry about it. But apparently from what they've seen on the PTR, the Apexis crystals just really drop significantly more in the Tanan area when you're going to be out there. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be an interesting experiment to see how they took what they learned from Timeless Isle and apply it to this.
I like Timeless Isle.
Yeah, it was fun because everyone was out of their garrisons. Everyone was, oh, this rears up, and then you just see this mob of people like run across the zone to go get that. It was fun.
It's kind of like playing Guild Wars 2.
There we go.
It all ties together.
Exactly.
All one
like
loop.
a big circle.
Yes.
Except for the Minecraft stuff, because that's totally random.
And those aren't circles; those are more squares.
Yeah, they're. Well, if you go way far back, then you get kind of like a circle, but
Right.
you have to squint a little and.
So, question for you, because I know you enjoy Minecraft, and I know you are the father of many. Do your kids play?
Yes, but not on the server. There are so many kids. There are so many kids, and there's only so many computers in the house, and there's only 2. Well, I had 3 Minecraft accounts, and I gave one to a friend that actually doesn't play anymore, so I could probably go recuperate that. But yeah, we only have 3 Minecraft accounts in the house. And
right.
I should have bought a bunch way back when they were like $20, but now it's a super expensive game. I think what is it, $30 or $40 now?
Yeah, but it's a buy. You only have to buy it once.
Yeah, you buy it once.
Yeah, we've got the thing they're making their money on, or what they're charging for now, is the Minecraft Realms, where they basically host their own server, and so I've got one of those running. We've got a creative mode and a survival mode world set up. So my daughter will come over and. My daughter's friend will come over and play on McCullough's computer. My daughter will play on her own computer, and then I'll log in occasionally. And they just love to go out and now that they've got the command blocks enabled on Minecraft Realms, they'll go out, get lost somewhere, and go, hey, I found this really cool thing, and they'll set up a command block to teleport them back to the house, and then set up another command block at the house to teleport them back out there. So their house now looks like Grand Central Station. It must have at least 15 or 20 command blocks of, this takes you to the jungle, this takes you out to this village, this takes you out to this village, this takes you out to, the sunken sea temple that we found. It's amazing what they.
It's surprising me how creative the kids are, and that they have like this one of the kids has like a whole city built up in their world, and it's amazing how creative they get when you let them. But then you throw a bunch of Legos down at them, and they're not interested.
They look at you like you're crazy. Yeah.
It's like, what are these 3D Minecraft blocks?
What is this? Is this the Minecraft Lego set? No, these are.
Yeah, I know that was very recursive or very meta when you saw the Lego doing Minecraft figurines in Lego. I was like, what?
All right, so let's have anything more that Jedi needs to throw out there for us. I think we're about done. So, last week's question of the week. What mobile games are you currently playing? I noticed we did this before E3 came out. Lagobadu, the mobile game he's playing the most is Hearthstone, followed by Spider Solitaire and Robot Unicorn Attack 2. And my own Ivory Tagger over here, the mobile game that he's currently hooked on is, of course, Fallout Shelter.
Very good game.
Funny enough, we had a really, really boring meeting on Friday, and I looked to my right, and Dan Kenny is playing it, and I look to our left, and our friend Warlock Feelings is playing it. Like, yeah, because that's what you do instead of sitting in really boring meetings where they talk about the same things 3 times. Anyways, our new question is, which game that AIE is in are you going to spend the majority of your time in this week? Since there's so much news about so many games and lots of new stuff. And I did Tetsami's part, and I apologize.
That's okay.
All right, well, besides me stepping on my husband's feet, hey, we've been married for 18 years, it's bound to happen. That's about it for our show tonight. Boy, the wonderful and talented chat room begins suggesting show titles. We want to thank Jedi so much for joining us. And Jedi, where can people find you when you're not helping us on the podcast or looking for Guildie of the Month nominations?
It's at Jedi Knife Fight.
Which is the best name ever.
Yeah, and GOTM at AIE-guild.org.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Because Guildie of the Month.
Yes. It's an awesome program. Let's get lots of people nominated.
And Sybil's already winning at show titles. She suggested show title, Lego My Minecraft. I like it. All right, while we wait for more titles, if you, yes, you listener there in the listening world, if you have a question or comment about our show, you can email us at podcast@aie-guild.org. You can also follow us on Twitter. The show is at AIE Podcast. Aludra is at Aludra_AIE. McCullough is at Cyberwave. And Tetsemi is at Ivory Tiger. We record live with video every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. You can join the chat room and play along with us on our website, theaiepodcast.com. Our theme was composed by the amazing Andrew Allen. Follow him at Keys with Soul or visit his website, keyswithsoul.com.
And now it's time to play all the great AIE member segments we received this week, including Ask Amegus, Ask Miss Malgra, and Overly Dramatic News. Next week, we'll be talking to Abivon about Final Fantasy XIV, which, you know, has an expansion coming out on Tuesday. So until then, AIE.
This is Tetsemi.
This is Makala, and this has been the AIE Podcast.
Yay!
We did it.
Got to do the Kermit flail.
Oh. There.
There you go.
So this is the first.
Right. What's that?
I was gonna see if I could announce the Guildie of the Month for next month.
Oh, hey, let's go back. We can edit it in.
What?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Edit it in.
Go ahead and put it in there, and I will rearrange audio and make it magic.
It's a tie.
It's a tie.
Who's it a tie of?
It's a tie between Catelyn and Tenaria and from Final Fantasy and the Varwin Pent from Eve.
Awesome.
Nice.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Let me know what you're gonna do, and we can edit it in post audio.
Yay!
Awesome.
All right.
We might have 3 Guildies of the Month. Well, 2.
Yeah, 3 co-guildies of the month.
There you go.
Well, I did all the craft fair people last month, so why not?
Yeah, I had to read that one. That was fun.
All right. And do you have a preference on a show title of either Lego My Minecraft or The Few, the Proud, the Guildie of the Month?
I think we should pimp out Guildie of the Month as much as possible.
All right, we can do that. Thank you, Sybil, for that.
Because Guildie of the Month.
Yep, we will do that. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, I will copy the audio back over to the front and stick it in. What I'll do is I'll stick it right in before the close, before the question of the week, and we'll be good.
Yay.
And then, yep, let's see. We have one more week next week, and then we're taking off to the July 4th weekend chat room, so
Yeah, I did.
have fun. Yep.
Figure no one will be around anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish I wasn't around because it's too hot. Anyways.
Hey, wait, you can't complain about the heat. You said that yourself. I'm calling you on it.
I know.
All right. Night, guys. All right. Night, chat room.
Night. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Bye, guys.
Yep.